Hello, my friends. Happy Easter, and welcome to match number 2 of our doubleheader here in the console Overwatch multi-tier tournament. We are going to round out the evening with a Tier 1 matchup between Lords and Neptune Atlas. Billy, how are these teams looking as we come into Week 3?
Well, funny you should ask that because I got my handy-dandy notebook right here because I'm old school, apparently. So Lords coming in 2-0 on the young MTT season. They are on a 6-2 map point differential, so they won both their matches 3-1. Their last win coming over Wittycalf, aka CGL Matt, 3-1 in a very hotly contested match. I did actually catch some of that on the stream they had provided. On the other side, Neptune Atlas coming in 1-1. They went up against they probably had the hardest Tier 1 matchup to come out of the gates with against Darkness, Shadow, Swiggity Swooty, and company,
right,
handing them a 1-3 loss. But they come back the next week against my old org, Memento Mori, going to a map 5 in Ilios and actually winning that tiebreaker 2-1. So yeah, it went the distance. They actually had a really good match. I am very excited to see what Neptune Atlas comes out the gate with. I've got a couple of friends on the team. Also a couple of really good friends from Lords as well. So this is a huge treat for me coming from the Tier 1 scene last season. I know that, I mean, Neptune Atlas is a new team. They did not have a Tier 1 team. I guess they rebranded and rebuilt their team from Paradox Gaming. So this is a new team, even though a lot of the same old characters are there. Lords came into CGL Season 6 as a new team, and I've become very friendly with all the people there. So this, like I said, this is a big one for me because it's Tier 1. It's where I lived for so long.
Right.
And I'm going to send us in, as we talk about the maps, Ilios, Eichenwald, Hanamura, Rialto, and if we do, like our last match, go to Nepal. This could be actually a really fun series, and looking at the hero bands, Wrecking Ball, not so big of a one. Mercy, that's a crusher. And then Hanzo. I know a lot of Tier 1s like to play Hanzo. And so for Tier 1, this is actually a pretty big smack. These two heroes are actually pretty big smacks for them. Yes, so I'm excited. And we're starting on Ruins again. That's 2 for 2 tonight.
Indeed. So like you're talking about, Lords coming in 2-0 with a brand new team, despite Atlas being also a new team here. There's some built-in synergy there, and that one loss was against the T1 favorites. So we could be in for another 5 mapper here.
5.
I'm calling it now. I think we go 5 maps here.
1.
Well, we are going to get Neptune Atlas starting us off in the red, Lords starting us off in the blue jerseys there. Neptune bringing us a little Rhine Zarya Junkrat Reaper. Something similar on the other side, but they're going to use the Ash as opposed to the Reaper. Another interesting note, we're going to get King Ring on this Ana here on the side of Neptune. Looks like Lords are going to get a little bit of positional advantage. Neptune trying to fight off of this back corner. Spam damage coming in spades, though. Now, Frenchie just sticking with his main tanks. They're staying in a nice coordinated little ball. Don't want to give up any undue deaths early in this fight. Oh, Canatuna drawing first blood. Takes down his counterpart, Reinhardt. And that is the go signal here for Neptune Atlas. They're going to go ahead and invest a Coalescence down. An early tire coming out from the other side. Oh, it does not quite find the targets it's looking for. And it is going to be Neptune Atlas picking up first control here. They do have a little bit of cleanup left.
Just so you look at the scoreboard, actually, Lords had picked it up there. Got 14%. I did not see them actually capture the point, but here we go. It's already passing over. Huge first tire coming out from Sauce God, by the way. That was a very fast tire indeed.
Fast tire.
Now, the biggest thing that I want to point out is the off-tank roles. Ghost Gamer is traditionally a DPS or a healer, but she, a personal IRL friend of mine, is putting up a very nice performance on the Russian. And yeah, I'm looking at what they're going to do to counter. Nano Boost going on to the Reaper right now, Skunk. What do you think this is going to yield them?
Well, there was a big ante into the mix as well, but in the end, Franchi, Canatuna, and King Ring all drop to the hands of Rebel Scum. and Hulking respectively. Hulking throwing his Bob into the mix as well. So we did get the 7th man on the field. And Lords taking this thing right back in control with 20% and counting. Coming up on a Graviton Surge tire. 2nd tire coming online for Sauce God.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge for Tier 1 to get a 2nd tire so quickly. But on the other side, the tire grab coming up for Ghost Gamer as well. You also have a Coalescence ready for Icy Knight in the back pocket.
Oh, Graviton Surge coming out just a hair too early there, I think, for Lords. Now the tire's coming in, and the tire does land. 2 kills, light up the feed. And Lords start pressing forward to see what they can clean up there on the back of this fight, as Neptune just running for their lives here.
Now they just passed what Neptune had gotten in their first capture of the point. Now they've got almost a 6-pack of ultimates at their disposal. I say go grab tire here.
We'll see how they choose to engage at Ghost Gamer. She's going to grab first kill, taking out the Lucy on the other side. And that means they can't get out of there very quickly. They're on the side of Lords. They can't run from that tire. They can't run from that Coalescence. And Blizz gets just absolutely demolished. Eats that tire right on the chin. Canatuna now pressing forward with reckless abandon, finding the kills, and they're going to flip this point right on over. Oh, but Hulking trying to answer back. Picks up a pair on the Ash, but that's all they're going to get in that engagement.
Yeah, but that's still 2 really good, dying kills from Hulking Piston. Almost has another Bob online, but the big point of this, they only invested 2 ults to retake that point. I'm sorry, 3 ultimates to take that point, but they got 3 online, including another Nano Boost ready and available for King Gringo.
We also got that Death Blossom available here for Neptune as they're looking to hold this thing off. 66 to 83 on the board. All right, Lords just dropping right up Main Street. Sauce God, 2nd tire on the field. Where is this one going to go? Oh, he just circles Canatuna like a vulture and then moves in for the strike, finds the kill, follows it up with another kill onto his counterpart, Junkrat. And Bob was invested, and that is going to allow Lords to get this point. 94% on the board. I think they've got a 1-0 lead here on Helios.
I think you're right, and, Gamer dies with Grav in her pocket. I'm not sure why she would hold on to it. You could have grabbed them off the point and used that grab to maximum effect and able to frag out in the middle of that grab. So, you die with Blossom, Nano, you die with Blossom and grab in your pocket. So that's kind of a head scratcher for me.
Sometimes you're just looking for that perfect opportunity, and the opportunity never presents itself. Before you know it, you're back in spawn. We're now heading into Lighthouse.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the well.
Oh, excuse me, well, you're right.
Pit of hell.
I think the windmill threw me there for just a split moment. I need more Red Bull, Billy, apparently.
I think you need less Red Bull.
All right, we are getting Neptune coming out with the Junkrat Reaper here. We're going to get Junkrat McCree on the other side. Ryan Zarya for Neptune. While the Orisa Hog on the field here for Atlas.
I think they're looking for boopies.
Definitely looking for boopies. They got Chaz on that Lucio as well. King Ring sticking with the Ana. Both teams bringing the Moira.
Yes, and I think this is a bit of a sneak attack, kind of putting Blizzy. Oh, that's a huge boop!
Chaz gets the boop. Ghost Gamer into the pit of despair. Hulking coming up with a nice kill, as well as Sauce Gods on that, and a quick 3-man advantage here for Lords, and they're going to get progress started on well.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, that's a very late kill on the Mad Max, and you've got to watch what you're doing because, I mean, you've got the hook ability right now, it's so low. Icy Knight barely got it with a life.
Icy Knight was running with back to the McCree, almost got that back just filled full of bullets. Fortunately, able to narrowly escape there, get back to the team so that they can make a quick recontest here. Passing around far right side, going through the Zebo. I think just trying to close the gap on this bunker composition. You see Frenchie teleporting up to the high ground. Is he going to drop it in the back, or are you going to stick with your team? But looks like he can't quite decide here just yet. We're getting the rotation coming out from the other side. Lords is going to go ahead and flip this thing all the way back around. Oh, the bubble is late, and Canatuna into the hole. No more main tank standing here for Neptune as they're still have to engage this fight. Look at their awkward positioning. They're caught between the enemy team and the enemy spawn. They can't escape this. They're going to have to fight this thing out. Here comes the tire out from Lords. That's going to pick off one, but Mad Max does make him pay for it. So now 5v4, favoring Lords here on this objective. Neptune, I think, just trying to stall for some time until the Reinhardt can make it in from the other side. Perhaps create a little bit of a pincer attack. All the while, they're getting flanked. Here comes the tire, but the Hog able to take a breather and negate a lot of that damage. Hooks the Moira into the well. Rebel scum with his whole Hog online. Doesn't even have to use it, as Lord's maintaining control here on the well.
I think that you need to pull the Diva in here. I think there's too much damage that's being thrown in from the side of Lords. Lords showing their class right now, 75% and counting. And you're just now getting the tank ultimates online. Canatuna has been absolutely negated in this first map, or in this map here on Well.
Yeah, not a whole lot to work with. They will have Nano Graviton, as once again they circle around, just to play and ring around the well here, chasing the members of Lords. Here comes the whole Hog just to continue to keep Neptune at bay. Coalescence Supercharger coming in from Lords as well. Hook across the pit, but he doesn't fall in this time. Nevertheless, he's in no man's land, and he goes down. Graviton search on the other side, but zero follow-up. They did get the nano boost onto the Zarya. Oh, and she just sits into the well. The Reaper right behind it. And it looks like all of Neptune are just having an Easter party down at the bottom of the well. There goes the Junkrat. Oh, my goodness. The whole team down there. Overtime Wick is a Barton, 99-0 on the board. Neptune in absolute desperation mode here as Canatuna trying to come back and see if he can stall this thing out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and man, the environmental kills coming from both the tanks right now.
I don't think I've ever seen so many people go into the well just back to back. Oh, man. Just not enough shielding there on the side of Neptune. Lords are going to start us off with a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely big plays from Lucio. The little Brazilian here doing his job. Do your job, Lucio. Oh, my goodness.
Doing it well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is 1-0 to Lords Tier 1.
This Tier 1 matchup between Lords T1 and Neptune Atlas, so far favoring Lords as they go into Eichenwald with a 1-0 lead. Billy, what can Neptune do to bounce back here? What do you think was the difference maker on map 1?
Not playing Diva. That's the first big one that I want to put out there is the grabs came late and pretty ineffectual. I didn't even see the grab come out on the well there. I think it may have been thrown in there. But the tank play coming from Lords Tier 1, Rebel Scum, trying to solidify himself as the Tier 1 top off tank, put up a pretty damn big performance there.
Bit of a good argument for that case, no doubt. No doubt.
Swiggity, you are on notice right now. Watching what I saw, you're on notice, Swiggity. So, yeah, I think that the tank lineup from Neptune has got to be shored up. The Zarya, unless you're fragging out and getting that high charge all the time, there's no point for her being in there. So, you know, pull a Diva in there. You got damage mitigation. You got mobility. You've got fragability. You've got a game-changing ult. So I think those are the things that I would focus on from Neptune to kind of change this around here. So as we go into Eichenwald, our favorite place in Germany, yeah, we love the German place. I'm looking to see will Neptune bounce back, because they got punched in the mouth there. Pretty close on ruins, but the well, no, that was pretty brutal to look at, to be honest.
Well, and a very strong bunker composition coming out of Lords there. As we head into Eichenwald. Oh, yeah, I just transitioned into the same screen. Yeah, it's all right. And I think the bunker composition can be very strong here on Eichenwald as well. I'm sorry, we saw it on Ilios there on Well, and I mean, the rotations were on point. They were doing an excellent job of landing the halt hooks and making great value from that tank line. And I think this could be another strong showing for a good bunker comp, some good kiting, and some good rotations. I think this might be an uphill battle here for Neptune. We'll see how they do on their attack run.
Well, I mean, this is the real eye test right here, is how do they come back, A, from the performance on Ilios, and then what changes have they made?
Well, it looks like they are going to go ahead and pull out the Diva, which is good because there is a Bastion waiting for him on the other side, just on the back of the tower there.
Now,
this time around.
Yeah, the one unsung hero from that last round actually was King Gringo on the Ana. Anti-nades did go in very nicely. Oh, that's a big hole. Ooh, they've got out with their lives there.
Yeah,
Because Ryan's shield was already gone due to Bastion.
And Bastion is just going to take Mad Max out immediately. They've got to use this DM with just absolute precision on the side of Neptune if they're going to try to break through a very strong bunker composition set before them. Lords so far having none of it. And with a deft hand, Sauce Gods eliminates the entirety of Neptune. Back to spawn with D.
Back to spawn with Z in such a very quick fashion. You have to be very careful when you go against a Bastion here in Germany because he gets set up so very well. And he just fragged out. Maybe pull a symmetry here. Maybe try to get behind them. Teleport behind with the Reaper. I'm not sure, but you can't go just head on to him because there goes your shield.
Yeah, and I think they've already used that DM as well. About half a minute. They're going to keep a sharp eye on this D.Va because this D.Va has to be the difference maker here if they are going to close this gap and manage to find an opening against the Bastion. Coalescence coming out, and they managed to take down the Orisa. That's a heck of a good start. Bastion caught in a little bit of an awkward position, and he is going to go down. He finds himself in a corner with no shielding. Nice DM onto the Deadeye. Oh, what a play. Heads up coming through from Ghost Gamer. She's able to shut down that ultimate. And Neptune come back in with a vengeance. Second assault successful.
Yeah, love the play from Ghost Gamer there. Very mindful of the ultimate coming out, and she got up into hulking Piston's face and said, nope, no Deadeye for you, sir.
Now we do have the defensive Lords coming back in with an Earth Shatter. That Earth Shatter's coming out. That lands against two. The Moira able to fade out, but the others are not so lucky. Reaper goes down. Canatuna goes down. Big holds coming from Lords right at the beginning of point B.
I mean, it's early in the streets phase here, so that's the one saving grace for them is that they have already pulled out the Shatter, and that may have been a planned play. I'm not sure. I would have kept it in my pocket till a more fortuitous time, but you know, as it is, they used it. It's out, and yeah, going into it now, they have to worry about this Coalescence coming out.
Yeah, being used by the defense here to start off this next fight. Saucegods is going to toss a nice mine in the mix, take the primary source of healing out of Neptune's lineup. Bomb into the back line, looking good, but didn't quite find anything. And the defense, they are just going to clean up the front line of Lord. So far, impenetrable here on point B.
Man, the trajectory of that bomb was so good, but it actually landed back where this McCree is sitting at right now. And Lucio, and it got shielded from all the rocks and all the architecture of the map, the geometry of the map, undoing that great bomb from Ghost Gamer. However, they have tools on their side right now.
Frenchie shut down by the McCree up there. Oh, McCree gets slept while he's trying the Deadeye. Fantastic shot coming from King Gringo on the Ana. And now a little side of life as they're slowly able to push this cart up to the front corner. But still, you have to get past this monstrous front line that is Lords. You can see Rebel Scub is just charged to all get out here at 100 solid. Graviton Surge coming on the line. Kills being traded back and forth, though, as we're at a 4v4 here on the objective. Deathloss is coming out from the offense. He finds one, but he gets burned down by the Coalescence. And the D.Va, not far behind, gets a healing nade as the salubrious aspects of the Ana showing through there. But it is not enough in the end, and the defense will hang on here in streets.
Oh my goodness, what a massive nade coming in from Gringo. Not to not affect though, but still, man, you got I mean, they're still pushing. It's not done yet.
Tyre got taken out by Sauce God. That's one ult negated, and then Sauce turns around and picks up a kill. Both the healer and the main tank are down here for Neptune. They've got to reset here.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're doing. That's the smartest play that they could do, having the patience and the discipline to go ahead and get out. The Frenchie Corn Dog has got to get better into the back line of Lords, or this is going to be a very short-lived attack. They got 1:35 on the clock right now, and Ghost Gamer coming up on another D.Va bomb. She is actually getting them pretty fast for D.Va's ultimate, as we all know. Sometimes takes a minute to get charged up.
Well, that was an interesting Tyre. I'm not quite sure what Sauce Gods was looking to do there. It looked like he pulled the trigger on it immediately after pulling the rip. And man, that could have been really dangerous. I think bullet dodged there by Neptune, but they couldn't dodge Hulking Piston's bullets as he finds the kill on Frenchie, who's winning that duel against the Reaper handedly time and time again. And without that Reaper able to penetrate the backline, I think you're 100% right, Billy. They're going to really struggle to push past this corner.
Now, you do have Nano available. You almost have a Shatter available, and you've got the all-important self-destruct from Ghost Gamer online. However, to counter that, you've got a Coalescence from Nice and Spicy online. You've also got the Deadeye that got slept last time. Does King Gringo sleep the ulting Cowboy yet again?
Well, let's bombing out from the defense. Diva Bomb in response coming through. Diva Bomb finds 3. That's the start you're looking for. Desperately, Blizz tries to throw a Shatter in, but it gets blocked handedly. Icy Knight cleans up with the Coalescence, and a very decisive engagement coming through from Neptune. And they're going to go ahead and cross this bridge.
I got my death gong. I got my death gong. Nice job. Nice bomb. I do. I really do.
5 seconds
however,
on the clock. They have to win this fight if Neptune wants to stay competitive here on Eichenwald. We did get an early Earth Shatter going down. Doesn't look like much follow-up. In fact, King Gringo's the one to die. Oh, Frenchie able to take out the tire. But in the end, Hulking Piston finds the kill and he drops. We're down to a 4v4 here on the objective. Both tanks still standing here on the side of Neptune. They got that Junkrat in the back, putting some fan damage down. But Canatuna drops. Sound barrier in from the defense. And I think that's going to seal the fate. I don't think Neptune's going to make it any further than this.
I don't know. I mean, Junkrat's still in there. You know, you got Ghost Gamer in there. Oh, there it goes. There's the end of it.
Yep. They did not last long.
Still, it was a hell of a push, though.
Neptune hoping it'll be enough for them to tie up this match.
Man, big bomb coming out from my dear friend Izzy, picking up 3. Canatuna just got melted down by Rebel Scum on that Zarya. They don't have an answer for it. Either the healing and the damage being put out by Spicy and the off-tank play of Rebel Scum. Those are the 2 people right now they need to be focusing hard. Blizzy Faded on the Blizzy Faded. I'm going to get this out right once tonight. You know, playing on the Reinhardt, his shatters have been landing true. And putting up a lot of defense there, but I think the bubbles coming from Zarya, I mean, Rebel Scum has been glowing like a Christmas tree for the better part of this entire match. That grab is what did them in. And so now coming into the defense for Neptune, you've got to think, well, yeah, I like it.
Little Bastion composition, Symmetra utilized as well here on the defense with double shield and the Baptiste Moira to keep the team alive and standing.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking this.
Yeah,
Skunk. I'm really liking this.
The teleporter back to the balcony here on the back of point, allowing them quick positioning change between tower and the high ground. On the side of the offense, we're getting a little Reinhardt Diva, but we're getting a swap in roles. Blizzy going over to the Moira, while Nice and Spicy picking up the mantle of the Diva. Gonna get into the mech and see if it'll be enough to close the gap on this Bastion. Looks like they're gonna use Reaper and Junkrat as well to try to punch through, see if they can take a 2-0 lead here in our Easter matchup.
There is the big kite for the Bastion. Nice rotation coming from Neptune here.
Yeah, they're able to catch the aggression so far, and that teleporter coming in really handy as they are just immediately in place to put all kinds of hurt into that tiny hallway. All right, Symmetra traded for Moira. I think that's going to favor the defense here. You've got to have that healing on the side of Lords if you're trying to push into this. And yes, Sauce does indeed not have the healing necessary. He's going to drop Hulking Piston, falls to the wayside as well, and that is going to be a reset coming from Lords.
Man, what a nice kite back from Ghost Gamer as well. Yeah, that was big. The kite back for their Bastion. She was able to take out Sauce God on the Junkrat and then just laid waste. The Bastion just laid waste after that.
Well, Lords do have Coalescence online. Tire not far behind as they amp speed all the way up to the high ground here. But Neptune does not look like they're going to get caught off guard, though they don't have their teleporter set up in that same spot like they used to. Mad Max swap it off to that Junkrat. So they do not have that utility anymore, and now it's going to get up close and personal right in this little room. Sauce God goes down. Coalescence coming out on the side of Lords. Yet Here comes the Earth Shatter. The Earth Shatter finds 3. Can they clean it up? Looking to get the Moira. The Moira doesn't go down, but Canatuna does. And that is the Reinhardt missing here for the offense. Hulking picks himself up that final blow and now turning to take out the coalescing Moira. The tank configuration coming out from Frenchy Corn Dog as well, but the Death Blossom is too much for them both. And Sauce Gods finds a pair of his own. This will be a point on the board here for Lords.
Now, if you're looking at it from a time standpoint, all right, Neptune actually did it faster by about 30 seconds. So Streets Face is going to be very important, and they've got 3-pack of ultimates ready to go to start their defense off here.
Frenchie going over to Soldier 76, bringing him out the legs here. Try to get back in battle. I think he's just trying to get into this engagement as quickly as he can. As the Reinhardts are going shield to shield there right around that front corner. Hulking Piston up on this flank that you got to watch out. Okay, he's going to drop back down, rejoin his team. Oh, and then just Sauce God take it up. Runs in, finds himself a kill. Hulking goes down though. Mad Max winning that duel, and here comes the Earth Shatter from the other way. The defense trying to make their stance here at this front corner. The Tire finds one as well. Sound Barrier was invested on the side of Lords, but it's not going to be enough, and they're going to have to run away anyways.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mad Max picking up 2 crucial kills there. One with the Tire, one with the grenades. Yeah, this is good stuff. Showing from Neptune. Yeah, payload in retreat. 3 minutes on the clock. You still have that bomb ready for nice and spicy, though. So you have to watch that because she could lob that over at any time. But hey, here's a big application matrix coming out from King Ringo.
Comboed with Supercharger, a lot of damage coming out from Neptune right now. And Lords, they're just going to duck out of the way of that LOS. They're just hiding down on the Mega, on the bottom floor of Castle there. Just biding their time. I mean, they've got ultimates to work with. Let's see how they choose to use them. Looks like Hulking Piston is once again sticking with the group. He keeps thinking about these flanks. Oh, here comes the Tire. Sauce God dropping it in from above. It's right on the bridge. The Orisa's got to watch out. I think she just used Fortify. It's no longer there, and 3 kills come through. Sauce Gods, an absolute sniper with this Tire, it seems. And Hulking finishes it up with one of his own, and now Neptune's in real trouble. Not much ults to speak of here. A swap from Ghost Gamer. She's going on to that Diva. Looks like the Baptiste and the Soldier are going into the high ground. Soldier manages to pick off Hulking, but all the while, this thing getting closer and closer. Less than 9 meters to go. 5 meters to go. Bomb cut to the back. Bomb takes out Mad Max. Canatuna has dropped as well. Sauce Gods does give his life in the process, but I don't think there's enough here for the defense. The Earth Shatter, it flattens the support line, and they just cannot get away. Coalescence is invested in as well. And once this Diva and cleanup is taken care of, we're going to head into map 3, 2-0 to Lords, barring a miracle coming out from Neptune. Oh, Canatuna trying to present that miracle as he lands a solid Shatter and gets 2 kills on the back of it. It's just a baby Diva and a Lucio there to back him up, and somehow this Reinhardt, the Crusader, will not die. He is going in. He is fearless, and he is trying to be the hero for his team right now. Now the Lucio coming in, trying to get the boot. No such luck. But man, they actually bought the time for their team to get back. I don't believe it, Billy.
I mean, Deutschland über alles for the Reinhardt there. Yeah, not in my home, not in my absolute home here. Oh my gosh! Oh no, a big Tire coming out.
Yeah, Lords are not going to waste any time, striking right back, throwing the Tire down and landing 2 kills. But 2 kills coming through on the other side. Death Blossom thrown in from Hulking. It's a tornado warning here on Eichenwald. Hulking Piston, the difference maker here. And I don't know if lightning will strike twice here for Neptune. They're going to try to throw the Tire in. It has 0 effect, and Eichenwald does eventually go the way of Lords T1.
Somebody give me a cocktail, please. That was so much going on so fast. Tier 1 showing up big in our Sunday night doubleheader. My goodness, what a performance from both teams here. It was really tooth and nail there from the end.
Welcome back, my friends. Happy Easter, and welcome to match 2 of our doubleheader. We are here at the half, our Tier 1 matchup between the Lords and Neptune Atlas. But before we start talking about Hanamura, I just wanted to give a big thank you to everybody out there for hanging out with us today. A lot of follows coming through with the stream. Thank you so very much for your support. I truly appreciate it. And Billy, I have a very burning, important question for you.
Okay. What you got?
Why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
I don't know.
They got stuck in a crack. Yeah, burning questions here for you, folks. That one is courtesy of Daniel Orford there. That one was for you, my friend. That one was for you. And if you thought that was bad, what is sitting at the bottom of the ocean just twitching? Just twitching at the bottom of the ocean. What could it be, Billy? A nervous wreck, of course. All right. Now that I've got all of you grunting and groaning, let's talk about map 3 here. We're headed into Hanamura. Lords up 2-0. Can Neptune bounce back into this thing?
Sorry, Billy's not available for comment right now. Okay.
Oh, that was good.
I mean, the fight was so heated at multiple levels. Support versus support, DPS versus DPS, tank versus tank. I still think that the tank line of Neptune is getting bullied by Lords right now, but the DPS has shown up a lot bigger this time. Also, the support lines are pretty neck and neck. So,
yeah, we saw some interesting role swaps there on the side of Lords there in that second matchup. And Canatuna really started to come in his own in the back half of that map. Showed some really good assaults there on point B, able to close that gap and allow them to get across that bridge, get as much space as they did, and then coming through with that killer retake on the back of point B when Neptune went on their defensive round. So I think they're starting to even out, but I still think that Canatuna and company have a little bit of work to do if they want to play Alpha Rhine here.
Yes. However, I put this down to synergy. That's what I put it down to. I think that Neptune Atlas right now just doesn't have the same synergy, and it may be also a shot calling thing. That's the other thing that I wanted to get to, and as I was thinking about it, maybe it's the shot calling, maybe the comms, because we saw them a couple times be indecisive of which way they wanted to go.
Right.
So maybe it's a shot calling issue. But I also had to throw some love out for my favorite Kiwi, Spicy. Love you, dear. That was some brilliant play on the diva. And so, I got to throw it out there because she's generally a healer.
Right.
And seeing her swap over to the diva role, big stuff from her. So I'm very impressed. I'm thoroughly engaged and enthralled by this match right now because it is so back and forth. As we go into Hanamura, though, my problem is, do they have the bounce back? And the reason why I say does Neptune have the bounce back is because they are a newer team. And there's been some newer pieces put into the puzzle. I don't know if the synergy is the same as what Lords has, being, seasoned veterans now in the CGL and having been together for so long. I know that, there's some moving pieces, the Chaz being one of them, being a former org mate of mine, from D9 and then being picked up by Spicy and Lords. He played as a DPS player. Now he's a support player and he's owning it and he's doing great on it. So, that's big stuff coming from me. I'm really interested to see, does Neptune have the mental fortitude and the team cohesion to bounce back? That's my biggest thing right now.
Well, we are getting Neptune on the defense here in the blue jerseys to start things off. Oh, look at the puppy. Look, cute little puppy.
That's my favorite emote, by the way. Just so everybody knows, you and I talk about Poplin and my 3 puppies. I've got Zeus and Toby and Nala. We are big dog people, and we always love to see the puppy emote come out.
Indeed. Neptune coming out with that double shield Junkrat Torbjorn here on the defense. Sauce calls with a quick opening pick. Canatuna goes down. He was up there all by him as lonesome. I think that shot calling coming through there is it looked like he didn't get the memo that the team wanted to hang back. And he gets immediately deleted. Ghost Gamer answers right back, though. She gets the kill onto the Reinhardt, so no more German Crusaders here on the battlefield at the moment. Oh, and they're trading out. Both Junkrats coming up big here. But in the end, it does look like the offense from Hulking and Saucegods is going to be too much. Hulking coming up with a big 3K here to close this thing out. Canatuna coming back late. There's already 2 ticks picked up here for Lords, and they're going to continue that momentum right into point B.
That is a massive head scratcher right there. They had 6 people on the point. Why would you contest that point? That's Overwatch 101, ladies and gentlemen, and you do not go in when there are 6 people on the point and you're just running in as a solo Rhine.
And you're risking just adding more fuel to the fire of the snowball coming forth. And there's already 2 ticks picked up. Somebody contest! You got to get down here and touch this point, guys. Canatuna drops, trying to do just that. Frenchie Corndog immediately follows behind him. And this is going to be one of the fastest Hanamuras I have ever seen.
Oh, my Lord.
Dallas Fuel set the record for Hanamura, and Owl just yesterday, they just beat that time.
They beat it by 3 seconds.
That is faster than any Hanamura ever put up in the Overwatch League. I can't speak for the history of CGL, but that was the fastest Hanamura I've ever seen. At least in person.
I've never seen one, and that's something that I need to ask the archivist for CGL. I need to ask Swift, if you're listening out there, can you tell me what the fastest time on Hanamura is? Because I think that's what it was.
Swift is our resident equivalent of Captain Planet here.
Yeah, his stats are absolutely insane, and man, I don't know if he's in the party. That's honestly what I'm thinking, is that Canatuna wasn't even in the party.
Well,
you're not that alpha. Whoa, that was.
Yeah, I think that was nothing short of just a misplay from the main tank, and he left the rest of his team a little unguarded there, and they were never quite able to bounce back. Then going in and feeding a little bit of ult charge. They had 2 ticks on point B before Neptune even realized. Lightning fast assault. And
that hurts my heart.
And now Lords on match point with the biggest time bank I've ever seen on Hanamura. Going on the defense here with a Rhine Zarya, Reaper May. And they're just going to sit back on the objective. They're not trying to do anything overly clever. They're just going to wait here for him.
There's no reason to.
Now Rhine Zarya coming out of Neptune here as they go on the offense, hoping they can bounce back. Let's see how their mental is. Can you come in and put up an equally impressive assault? Dig deep, Neptune. It's your time to prove yourself. Here we go. You're on match point. Let's see what you can do. Hulking taking out the healer early as he dropped into the back line. He was able to wraith form out before getting taken out. And Frenchie's going to go down. This is not a good assault to start things off, gentlemen. As Lords handily winning that engagement and sending Neptune packing here on their first engagement.
I mean, if you look at it from what we saw, what they did, they're already behind. Because even 2.5 minutes on the clock right now, they just passed what Lords did, so they can't even match what happened there.
Now, on their second assault, close to a rip tire, Neptune looking to come back in. That could be the opener. We've seen Mad Max pull off some good stuff here so far today. We'll see if he can perform here on Hanamura attack. On the side of the defense, Earthshatter Coalescence ready to go. Here comes the Earthshatter down. It finds 5! That is the textbook definition of fatty shatty. That Coalescence was thrown in to clean things up. Not even sure that they needed it.
Blizzly, hello. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
There's another gong of death for me, by the way. That's 3 now for the night. I'm looking for 5. I want 5 tonight.
Well, you're getting greedy.
Well, it's been so sparse. It's been so sparse lately that I've actually had to be content with 1 throughout a whole series. So, yeah, I'm getting greedy. Don't at me.
Frenchie going over to the McCree here is looking to push back in. We do have Earthshatter Coalescence combo now available for the offense.
Oh, no!
Earthshatter, not able to use it just yet. Tires comes through, but Death Blossom on the other side. 1 ult, 1 kill for each team. Good ante onto the Reinhardt as they're looking to try to push in and get aggressive here, but without Canatuna, they're going to struggle to make it past this first choke.
I mean, Ghost did pick up a really big kill there, so that's coming back from spawn right now. But what do you have to go up against? I mean, you've got 3 ults online right now.
pull the trigger on the grab.
Another good shatter. 3-drop this time, including both supports. Frenchie does make him pay for it, though, and the Nano Boost comes out onto Canatuna, but he's frozen stiff. Coalescence coming out on the side of the defense. The latter one from the offense, able to top Canatuna off as he's trying to push onto the objective. Ghost Gamer doing a good job with the bubbles as well as he's just spinning around with his shield, throws a late Earth Shatter down. They're going to pick up Rebel Scum with that. And eventually get some progress started here on point A.
By the time this gets captured, oh, that's a late kill. Good job, Izzy, on taking that Moira out. They should have about 315, no, 340.
And let's not forget, since those few changes, changes a few months back, Sir William will just immediately spawn back up. So there's not a player advantage, but did manage to build some ult charge, that Graviton Surge online here for Ghost Gamer.
Yeah, and I mean, once again, you know, if they get it in over 2 minutes, that's the thing. If they get it over 2 minutes, there's actually going to be an adjustment of time, so this might not be such of a bad thing. But Graviton Surge coming out for Rebel Scum.
Maywall there to deny the value, deny the follow-up. Mad Max tossing the mine into the stairwell, manages to pick up Hulking as Mad Max is now on the flank here.
What a shatter!
Oh! And Blizzy able to pick up a couple of kills on the back of that. Despite the pressure coming in from the Junkrat, they're having none of it. And this defense will thwart off the assault here on point B.
Okay, so looking at it from ultimate economy right now, yeah, they've got a massive advantage right now over Neptune. However, should Hulking get his Blizzard or his Death Blossom, you almost have that Blizzard online. So Blizzard Death Blossom could be a very huge ultimate drop for the side of Lords.
Yeah, Neptune needs to strike fast and they need to strike decisively before those two DPS ultimates can come out. Earth Shatter coming out from the Nanoed Reinhardt, but it hits nothing. Able to escape. Lords just scatters. And now dropping their cooldowns to move on to the point. But the tire comes in from Mad Max. And that is just the opening that Neptune is looking for. Oh, but the Death Blossom counters back. Death Blossom got 3, but the Deadeye found 3 on the other side. Now, the trick here is that respawn advantage, of course, favoring the defenders. But one tick already picked up for Neptune here. But only half the team left on the objective here as reinforcements start pouring out of spawn here for Lords.
Yep, and right now, Sir William on this Moira is absolutely dancing.
Whew. Another great defense coming from Lords, and they're just a minute 26 from taking the 3-0 lead and closing out this match. Of course, in these 4 map sets, we will move on to Rialto, despite whatever outcome we get here. But it will seal the deal as far as a match win.
And now Hulking Pissing going back over to the Reaper. He pulled out the Tracer just for a little bit of speed to get out of spawn.
Yeah, some stall tactics.
Yep. So
they gotta watch
that's the one thing that you're...
Sorry to interrupt. Sauce was sitting on the flank there with the wall, looking to divide up the team. Neptune, wise to the tricks, though, able to kind of keep him at bay, keep him in check. As they look to move up the stairs now, here comes a defensive Graviton Searcher, shot in front of the mix as well! And poof! Neptune disappears. Just like a magic trick.
Be gone, Neptune. That's what a Grav Shatter looks like right there, ladies and gentlemen.
You're moving up in your Gong of Death counter.
Yeah, I know that's 4 for the night. Let's go. I need 1 more.
One last shot here for Neptune to keep themselves in this match, to stay competitive here in this series. They will be coming up on Graviton Surge, Nano Boost, Earth Shatter not far behind. In fact, DPS not far behind at all. They need to be a little patient here and decisive with their ultimates. Coalescence coming out from the defense. Graviton Surge to open things up for the attacking team. Can they find the kills? 2 and 2 go both ways. Here comes the Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter levels the Reaper, and that's going to be a good kill. Can they find the final blow? Fridgie's going to take out the Zarya. And the Reinhardt goes down for the defense as well. Both DPS not far behind, and here comes the progress. Don't even get that second tick picked up, though. Not just yet. Deadeye coming out on the side, but they don't even need it. Tire gets 2. The Deadeye is going to finish off most of Rebel Scum. He follows it up with a nice shot from the Peacekeeper. Takes him out, and now you just have the supports trying to run back on. Tracer coming on as well. They don't make it in time, but Overtime Wick is a burning match. Will go to Lords.
Yep, match goes to Lords, even in the event of a draw. Since we are in a 4-map set and they have 2 map wins already, even with the draw, the match automatically goes to Lords. So they will go at least to 3. They will assuredly go to 3-0 on the season. Map differential is what we are going to be looking at now for Lords.
Yeah,
Neptune,
points, always important.
Yeah, yep. Match differential is what has kept quite a few really good teams out of the playoffs over the course of our journey here in CGL and OXC, the predecessor to CGL, which I was a member of. And most notably, you know, Mounchies, my original organization that I belonged to, was kept out of playoffs in CGL Season 5 by 1 singular map point.
Yes, indeed, those maps definitely an important deciding factor once we get closer to postseason. And of course, Lords looking to keep up their perfect streak here today so far. See if they can close this thing out. Win condition said they have 5.5 minutes to pick up 1 tick. This is going to have to be the most stalwart defense you have ever seen on the side of Neptune. I mean, quite literally, that you've ever seen. Teleporter up to the top, and it's just going to be a quick blitzkrieg assault coming in from Lords. Mad Max takes out the Symmetra, though. Good start here for the defense, as it looks like the attacking team are content to just sit up top now. Minus a player, I think they're going to have to slow down this assault. Oh, no, never mind.
No, they're not done.
They are fearless. They're running in, and they're going to try to take the fight to them, but they lose Blizzy in the process. Nice kill coming through from Ghost Gamer. Ghost Gamer taking out both tanks, as a matter of fact. And the defense of Neptune will live to fight another day here on Hanamura.
Well, what happened there, okay, is that Ghost Gamer actually took out the Immortality Barrier and then took out both tanks. Thank you very much. Back to spawn with you. Be gone, off my point. So, big opening here for Neptune to draw this map and get some map points on, you know, even though they're going to draw here, you know, I think the thing here.
Let's not count our chickens before they hatch. Still 4 minutes plus on the clock. We did get Hulking coming off of the Symmetra. They're going to go over to the Reaper and pathing up this far right side. Lord's looking to close the gap against this Orisa composition. Teleporting in to the back line. There goes Hulking as the rest of the team pushes in from the front, and he does manage to surprise Frenchie and pick him off early. Chaz comes up with a big pick as well. Orisa gone. No more shielding left on the side of the defense. Rudy trying to throw in a Coalescence and see if they can bounce back. King Gringo manages to pick up a kill as well. The support duo from Neptune showing up here in the twilight hour, but is it going to be enough?
No.
Can they carry the defense?
Shatter.
The Shatter, I think, has sealed their fate and sealed this 3-0 lead here for Lords.
Oh my goodness, they were just, I mean, all they had to do is wait for one massive game-changing ult, and that Shatter provided them the vehicle to take the 3rd map point here on Hanamura.
Play of the game.
Lords looking like an unstoppable force here so far in today's matchup. 3-0 lead as we are heading into map 4. Can they complete the clean sweep? We'll see you on Rialto to find out. Well, welcome back, my friends. We are headed into map 4 of our console watch multi-tier tournament. Lords up 3-0 here as we're going into Rialto, looking to complete that clean sweep. But before we get into that, I had a very important question yet again, more burning questions that dig at my soul, Billy, that I have to have answered. And, well, you know, the first that comes to mind is, why did that rapper thank the sidewalk in his acceptance speech? Why? Why would the rapper thank the sidewalk?
I'm scared of the answer, but why?
It kept him off the street. Yes. Yes. Oh, and if that wasn't good enough for you, to keep in that theme, why shouldn't you buy shoes from a drug dealer, speaking of being on the streets? You don't want to buy shoes from a drug dealer, but why? Why wouldn't you do that? I'll tell you why, Billy. Because you have no idea what they're laced with. All right. So with that said, we're going to be moving on here into map 4. Those fantastic dad jokes coming to you courtesy of, oh, where to go? I had, Boom. Boom. Oh, I can't find the names. Well, thank the chat for those awesome jokes. Just think chat in general. There you go. But getting into Rialto. Oh, I think I killed Billy. Somebody poke Billy with a stick. We've got map 4 to do here. Can
Mercy res.
Can Neptune dig deep and put a point on the board here, Billy? I know. It's a question mark. It's a question mark. What changes? What do we need to see? What do you think they need to tighten up here? Clearly looking a little disheveled through our first 3 maps. What can they do to tighten this thing up?
Better shot calling?
A little more focus?
More focus?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. It's hard to argue with that. I think it's that simple.
You see it. Like, I can see what's going on on their team is that either 6 people are shouting what to do, right, or nobody's talking.
Right.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
Nobody's talking or nobody's listening. One of the two.
You can hear it. You can see it on the screen. What we know is going on in their comms. Either 6 people are screaming or nobody is listening.
And man, Lords absolutely in the driver's seat seemingly every step of the way here today. And they look incredibly coordinated. They do not look like gold players to me, Billy. I don't know about you.
No, and I've actually played against Lords Tier 1. Now, my team actually came out on the winning end of it when I was a member of a Tier 1 team and I played against them. So once you focus down the right people, you win the match. You win the map, you win the match. But there's zero focus fire coming out from Neptune Atlas right now. Great individual skill for the tier that they're in. Ghost Gamer proved that. I mean, she took out 3 people and an immortality barrier by herself on the first defense of Hanamura, but then she got taken out because the healing wasn't there, the communication wasn't there. So that's my biggest thing right now is that they've got to get a complete either meta shift or organizational shift, because the comms, I've been in this league long enough. I see what's going on. Either 6 people are shouting or 4 or 5, or one person is calling and nobody's listening to the calls. That's my call right now.
Well, we are getting Neptune back on the offense here as we head into map 4. Looks like they're coming out with the Bastion strategy. They're going to put the Bastion right up onto this high ground immediately and try to blitzkrieg the members of Lords here. And I think they might have done it. The immortality field is there, but once they break that down, they've at the very least cleaned up a lot of space for them to push around the first corner. Now they do still have to deal with the Junkrat here on the low ground. It looks like Tuna is going to go ahead and chase him off here. No kills coming through yet for either side. All right, teleporter moved as they are repositioning up to the second set of high ground. I like this kind of stick and move philosophy coming from Neptune. At least they're coming through with the plan. They look like they're on the same page, and that's exactly what we were hoping to see from them coming into map 4. They do find 2 kills, make that 3 kills immediately. And man, so far, this is a great start, and Neptune Atlas looking like a brand new team.
Well, and Frenchie going over to the Bastion, I mean, and using the teleporter technology that they have available to them, that's what's winning them right now. They're playing something unconventional. They're going outside the box. I don't know if he's shot calling right now or telling people where to go, but this is completely different than what we have seen over the 3 maps. There's coordination, but once again, Tuna is all the way up here. And Neri, a healer.
Yeah, it looks like he thought twice about that and didn't want to press too far. Didn't want to pursue that, as he is going to kind of drop back to bridge, wait for the rest of his team to catch up here a little bit. The bunker composition was sitting up on that high ground, and I could definitely see a similar flaw here that we saw in Hanamura. Tuna has to stay tight with this pirate ship if they want to push this thing home. Yes, coming out from the defense, tank configuration from the offense. Oh! But the tank doesn't work in the river. He gets booped right on off. And now, Reinhardt's going shield to shield. It is going to be Rebel Scum winning the Reinhardt duel there. And the defense of Atlas, Lords, excuse me, planting their feet here at the front of the bridge.
Oh boy. And that's why the Reinhardt has to stay with the payload when you have a Bastion. If you're running the pirate ship, you have to stay with your team.
Big props to Sauce God coming through with the flank there and dislodging the bunker as well. Now coming off of that Bastion for you, moving on over to the McCree. Coalescence coming out from the defense, but a big Earth Shatter coming through from Tuna. Oh, but he cannot find the kills. The Coalescence burns him down. They do manage to find the kill onto the opposite Reinhardt, so no more German Crusaders standing on the battlefield here. The tire had come through. It hit nothing but an immortality field. Oh, but on the front line, Hulking Pistons landing shots true on the Ash. Already 91% towards another Bob, and she just threw one out 30 seconds ago.
Yep, and I mean, that's absolutely huge. And so, once again, Sauce God, for me right now, MVP candidate, because he has been putting in some serious work on the Rat all night.
Nice sleep dart to open things up on the Rebel Scum. I'm surprised they didn't take more advantage of that. Just a fire strike. Now we're getting the bomb coming out of the back. And the auto goes down. Canatuna goes down. Primary shield, primary healer gone. And that's going to make the easy cleanup here for the rest of the team. Lords in full control here on point B.
Yep, and that's like Sherman ultra soft on your booty, because that's a team wipe and you need to wipe and get back and reset. So, I mean, you know, make sure to go as clean as you can be, because, yeah, once you lose your main tank and your main healer, it's all bets are off, and it's just extra kills after that.
Yeah, Lord's not even holding the corner of death. They're just going to sit right up here close and personal. Shatter comes out, finds nothing but the shield of Tuna. Oh, but Sauce God, full of, dude, just shining over and over again for this team. Bob was thrown into the mix as
my gosh,
well. Oh, man, and quick work of Neptune. Lords makes them pay here. And now there's just 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock for Neptune to make something happen here in map 4.
I mean, L'Angolo della Morte has turned into L'Angolo della Morte per la equipa de Neptune.
Actually, you know I don't speak Spanish.
Well, that was Italian.
Tires coming out from both sides. Sauce God finding a little bit better into that.
3K.
To find another kill on the back. He's just sitting up in the Opera House waiting for Neptune to come, just strolling underneath, and then just drops on him with all kinds of vengeance. Now, here late in the fight, though, Neptune digging deep, coming up with a couple kills, and we've got a 3v3. Reinforcements coming through on the attacking team. A Coalescence coming out on the side of the defense, and that's enabled their tank line to push up, create lots of pressure. And Canatuna has buckled under said pressure. I think this has got to be a reset here.
Yeah, but you only got 1:15 left in the time bank, and I mean, it's go time. You know, the thing that we see in Overwatch League and the higher tiers, even with minute amount of time left in the time bank, they will reset and come back again so hard.
Yeah, you want as many good engagements as you can get. Shatter coming down, that finds 2. Can they follow up on it? It looks like Rebel Scum is whittled down pretty darn low, but falls back into the safe embrace of his healers. And now the counterpunch back as the yin and yang coming through. Canatuna turned the wrong way. The Earth Shatter comes through from behind, but the sound barrier is there. Rudy right on top of things, able to get that ultimate off. In the end, I don't know if it's going to be enough nano boost on the Canatuna here as he goes in to try to win the Reinhardt duel. There's a Coalescence coming out from the defense, trying to support that front line. And this is just chaos. All out Clown Fiesta on the objective. In the end, it does look like Neptune will emerge victorious as the Ragdoll Reinhardt doing some nice cartwheels there. Showing things off, but hey, importantly enough, Neptune pushed around the corner of death. And they have everybody but the German here to help push this thing home. I do suspect we'll get a recontest at the very end. Yes, indeed. Lords is going to come back here and try to take their chance. Mad Max takes out Sauce as he's trying to drop the tire. Takes all of the value out of that ultimate. Dismembers it. And now, coming back from the other side, here comes the tire of their own. Mad Max picks up 3. Big hero play from Max on the Junkrat.
Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is another bar brawl here in Italy. Apparently, what's going on in Italy does not matter because the streets are empty right now, right?
COVID-19 has emptied the streets of Italy, and what we have here is a superhero battle. Mad Max coming through. Big plays, big man. Nice tire there. And now here comes the recontest.
Sascod not to be outdone. Answers right back with the opening pick here on point C. Bob coming out on the side of the defense. Nano boost going onto the Reinhardt, but that meant, yeah, Rebel Scum had the room to turn around and just earth shatter the rest of his team. And despite his nano boost, Canatuna does not last long, and they've just got 30 seconds. One more attack to see what they can do here on Rialto.
Hulking Piston on this Ash right now picked up a 3K and a DMEC in that little space of like 20 seconds. So full credit to you. You get a star for the day, Hulking Piston. But I think you're a little bit behind your DPS teammate, Sascod, for MVP honors for the night. But here we go. Coalescence invested from the side of Lords.
Yeah, Shatter coming out from Neptune, but it found nothing but the shield of Rebel Scum there.
Sascod, another tire kill.
But here comes Mad Max with one of his own, and that's going to get the DMAC as well as take the Reinhardt out. He had led into that with a big kill with his mines. Mad Max, he is the hero that Neptune needs right now. And as the overtime wick is burning, they can see the end. They can see that giant statue in the box of victory. But Lords, they've got to get past the staunch defense, and they're going to get one last shot here to hold. Big Anti onto the pack! Oh, Rebel and Sauce Gods were so low, and the Anti came on top of him. Rebel couldn't survive. Sauce Gods able to back out for the moment, but does eventually die as the soldier had run back into battle here in the name of Frenchie. The Diva Bomb manages to pick up Hulking, and the DMAC coming through. The dwindling members of Neptune Atlas trying to hold on here, but it is just Ghost Gamer on this Diva with just a speck of health. There goes the mech. The pilot is out, jumping around for dear life. The Lucio, no help. The pilot goes down, and that is as far as Neptune Atlas will get here on Rialto.
Oh my goodness, that was touch and go there for the last about minute and a half of this round. 4.85 meters away from capturing the entirety of Rialto. Yeah, dueling tires from both Junkrats. Mad Max definitely not slouching in the tire department. So yeah, good stuff from both sides. As we flip the script and watch and see what Lords will do on their attack. Win condition set. You got to get to 4.84 meters away from the end of point C. And I'm just wondering, what are they going to come out with? It looks like a Ryan Zarya offense, and Reaper Junkrat on the offense, and then a little bit of Moira Lucio for their heals. Coming out on the side of the defense, so they're going to go ahead and bring out Ryan Diva. King Gringo right now playing huge on this Ana. There were so many anti-nades that went into the attack that I think that's the absolute right play. Denying the healing is what I think is required right now.
And this is one of the toughest escort maps to get all 3 points. Neptune Atlas certainly with a chance to plant their feet and get rid of that goose egg there in their map win column. Oh, but the rush down amp speed attack comes right through Alley. Frenchie totally caught flat-footed, and he is sent right back to spawn. Oh, and then Mad Max caught in a trap as well. Both DPS players missing here for the defense. Sauce Gods does fall in the process, but now the positioning swapped here on these teams as Lords looking to put the pressure on coming from Courtyard in, and that means Neptune has their back against the wall, nowhere to run. Nice anti-nade, going to slow the aggression ever so slightly, but Hulking, he is going to move in, find the kills, looking for more with these shotguns as he's trying to press the Ana. Anti-nade coming down. Oh, this Ana scrambling for dear life does eventually fall. Payload is in 6th gear and pushing into the Courtyard here.
Yeah, I mean, man, I think it's a shot calling issue. I think that's the whole issue with the team right now, because they have the mechanical and the natural raw talent skill to do this. I think that the main tank, personally, is one of the biggest issues.
Saucegod's picking off Frenchie, but not before he can take down the Zarya. Nanoboost coming onto the Reinhardt. Coalescence in response. Here comes Tyre from both teams. Each picks up a healer. And reinforcements on both sides are down. So in the end, it does look like Neptune able to find those last couple kills. Mad Max, a big part of that. The defense holding strong here. But look at this ult bank. They spent a lot to do it. They do still have the Earthshatter and the Sound Barrier online for the defense. But they're going to have to contend with an Earthshatter and a Death Blossom coming out of Lords. We're coming up on a Graviton Surge, not far behind.
Yeah, I mean, this is just craziness coming out from this side. I mean, the aggression. I mean, and give full credit to King Ringo.
Shatter lands. Both tanks go down. Mad Max right there to capitalize. Tosses a mine right onto their prone bodies. And they just go ragdoll across Rialto. And now the pressure coming through from Tuna and company as they chase back the attacking members of Lords. Good flank shatter to start that off.
Yeah, beautiful from Can of Tuna. You know, they don't have the ability to see around the corner. So, I mean, they didn't know he was just sitting there.
No Hanzo, no Sonic Arrows available.
Like a spider.
All right, now pathing back in through the bank here. Looks like Lord's just trying to close the gap. Good anti-nade into the mix. We're going to get the Graviton Surge Death Blossom combo, but Sound Barrier right there. Rudy able to keep his team alive for the time being. We had Sound Barrier coming out on the other side. And, well, Blizzy goes down. Earthshatter in his pocket. Tyre coming out from the other side. And this is just devolved into a 3v3 here on the objective. Okay, reinforcements coming in from the defense, and Frenchie immediately takes Sauce God down. Mad Max finds himself a pick as well.
Oh, no.
And it looks like the defense are going to narrowly edge out of the engagement here and send Lords back to spawn with just 35 seconds on the clock.
Right now, yeah, you're calling exactly what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the over-aggression. There comes the Tyre on the other side. King Gringo drops, and that Ana is gone. And, man, those antis have been so impactful. The Nano Boost had went on to the Lucio. He missed the Reinhardt and ended up with a Boostio here on point. And that is going to be a quick point A. Well, a quick point A for that engagement. Not quick in the overall scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, but it cost them a lot.
It did.
It cost them a lot just to get there. I mean, only 10 seconds left in the time bank. So, I mean, they're big sleep coming in on Busy Played. Once again, King Gringo is absolutely owning on this Ana right now. Just effing owning the entire side of Lords right now.
Mad Max manages to pick up a kill, gets his Tyre, throws his Tyre into the mix, takes out the Moira. And despite being very scrappy, Neptune definitely in a position to hold here on the back of Bridge. Reinhardt goes down, Reaper goes down, and it does look like Neptune will do just that. Thanks in part, largely, once again, to Mad Max on this Junkrat.
Yeah, and once again, I mean, either the shot calling has gotten better, or the natural raw talent that Neptune has, which is very good, is winning them these fights right now. I'm not sure which one it is, but you know, you've got almost a 5-pack of ultimates on the side of Neptune, and then just the one. Though all people on Lords are coming up on their ultimates very quickly.
I was going to say, those two tank ultimates aren't far behind, but the Reinhardt goes down. The Nano boosted Earthshatter coming through on the side of the defense.
Whoa, Saucegot come through again!
Yeah, but the entire rest of his team is down. Nevertheless, they're still going to frag this thing out. I don't believe it.
Yep.
Sauce God coming through with the early 3K, finds one after, and then the Coalescence picking up a pair as well. Reaper, Moira, Junkrat winning the day here for Lords.
Yep, and I mean, the healing is really, really good for the side of Lords too, but also on the other side, I keep calling his name, but King Ringo may get my MVP for the whole entire match. Ghost Gamer coming up with a 2K!
That's a big 2K indeed. We are going to get the Deadeye out of Frenchie, but the Earthshatter shuts him down. Oh no, he did get the Earthshatter off in time, or the Deadeye off in time. Both of those two players drop under the respective ultimates, but guess what? It's Frenchies who does the killing.
Absolutely, and you know, 15 seconds left. on the time bank, they may actually hold them here on right around the L'Angolo del Morte. Man, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3.
Blizzy swaps to the Winston. He jumped over. We will get a touch, but there's no more Reinhardt here for the attacking team. Tyre coming out from Mad Max. Oh, but Hulk King drops that Death Blossom right in the back. Finds himself two. Sauce finds one as well. This is going to be a 3v3 here on the objective with the overtime Wicca burning on the toughest corner in all of Overwatch. 2v2. Neptune coming up with a pick, but he goes down. And now you just have the Lucio here trying to stall this thing out, or trying to push this thing home, rather. The D-Mech Diva and the McCree on the side of the defense just holding on for dear life. Oh, nice sweet dart. But the Tracer able to recall out. They don't find the final blow before recall is used. And now the Reinhardt making it back into the battle here for the defense. Blizzy faded back in here on the Winston. Deadeye from the top. Deadeye finds two! Oh, and Neptune Atlas coming through. And they will hold on here and get rid of that goose egg. What a fantastic turnaround. Netless, I'm just determined to call him Netless. Neptune digging deep.
Atlas.
Neptune digging deep, putting a point on the board, man. What a show.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the squad from Neptune getting a map point on the board against what they did all night. Mad Max, tires coming out from everywhere. So, man, I mean, it's a good showing there in the last map. I think that the healers may have swapped roles from main to off support. As I saw Sir William on the Lucio.
Yeah.
But, you know, still, a map point is a map point. And at the end of the day, you know, they go 3-1 with
you turn
Lords.
You turn a +2 into a +4, you know, otherwise. Yep. So excellent showing coming through from Neptune. I'm proud of you guys. Way to dig deep. Never give up.
Yeah, to us, and you know, both of us, we love to see that fight back. Even at the end of a match, you're still fighting for that point, and they get it. Big love to you guys. So that's big from us.
But overall, dominant performance on the first three maps coming from Lords. T1 moving to 3-0, maintaining their undefeated streak, and looking to me like an absolute contender for that top spot here in the Tier 1 division.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they go to 9-3 on the map differential as well, so that puts them really high up there. I think Profits Tier 1 might have a better map differential.
That's a story for another day.
That's a story for another day. But here, you know, tonight, I'm giving my MVP to Sauce God.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. I think that's going to be your player of the match. Sauce God, big difference maker. We saw him on the Junkrat mostly. And every time, I mean, Mad Max putting up a heck of a performance on the Junkrat of his own. But it seemed like every time he would do something amazing, Sauce God was right there to counter. Excellent positioning and awareness, especially there on Rialto, disrupting that pirate ship. Fantastic plays all around.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great week. It was a great week of games.
A great week of games. What a way to cap off week 3 here. Whew. Once again, Lords 3, Neptune 1, your final. Going into week 4. What are going to be our hero bands here going into week 4, Billy?
You asked me that question. I have no idea.
You had them on Oh, you're Mr. Notes. I thought for sure you had them like right there in front of you. I think I've got him here. So
you called me out.
Dude, you're always just Mr. Knowledge, man. I just assumed my fault. My fault. I put you on the spot. I assumed too much.
I got you. No, band heroes for week 4: Zarya, Farah, Symmetra, and Lucio.
There you go. There you go. So we're not going to see the Brazilian. We're not going to see the Egyptians in the sky. So we went from no Mercy to no Farah. Interesting bands there. No Symmetra. And I think this is going to be a more important one than I think I initially realized. Just how much Symmetra and Lucio we have seen over the past 3 weeks. But the Symmetra strat's gone, the Lucio gone. How are you going to close gaps in week 4? Well, we'll find out.
Legs. Lock in the leg. Or Tracer.
The return of Soldier. Or the return of Dive. All right, well, that's going to do it for our Easter doubleheader. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been an absolute blast. Big props to all 4 of our teams for participating here, giving us a chance, the opportunity to cast you. We love it, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much out there at home for sticking with us, watching some fantastic Overwatch. Staying active, all of the follows coming through, massive amount of follows. Thank you, every one of you. Thank you so much. Amazing community, and we love it and appreciate you very much. Billy, thank you for joining me in the booth. It's a pleasure as always.
Wash your hands.
I second that notion. Let's flatline this curve, and let's look out for each other at all times, in game and out. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.